helicopter scene where we have the rhinos chasing us is just such a spectacular scene. The scale of it is so dynamic and badass.
It's not just rhinos. It's flesh-eating albino rhinos. You know, it was very ambitious. You read the script, you go, holy cow, how are they gonna pull that off?
You guys, what are we gonna do?
A sequence like this is incredibly complicated, and I had never done anything like this before. And so I was relying heavily on the people around me, like Julia Patos, who shot the movie, and Jerome Chen, who is our visual effects supervisor.
It's very difficult to design action when the majority of it is going to be computer generated. So we like to start with a very extensive pre-visualization process, which we made an entire action sequence in the computer to help us decide what parts are going to be all CG and what are the pieces that we shoot for real, where we have the actors involved.
After we visualize the scene, you try to break it down so how we can shoot it. So what we did, we built a huge helicopter and a motion base, which is just amazing to watch.
Oh my God, we're going down!
Well, the helicopter behind us is an ex-Vietnam helicopter, so it has a little bit of history. This is probably the most unusual rig that I've seen. Generally speaking, most of the gimbals come from the underside of the airframe. I've never seen an approach from the rear. It did take a lot of engineering on special effects side and everyone coming together to make this all work.
Okay, going hot. Okay, motion base is moving.
There's a guy who's got some kind of joystick and he can create every kind of movement.
We got going up!
So it's moving and spinning and up and down, it's doing all these things.
Where are you going?
That's probably my favorite scene.
When we're shooting, it's all in our heads. We don't see these things. They do that later.
Around the turn.
And then you have me sitting there with a microphone calling out to the cast exactly what's happening.
Rhino bumps the back of the helicopter.
I wasn't quite sure what that would be like, and it ended up being really a lot of fun.
Oh God, they're getting closer! They're getting closer, man!
They ended up shooting for a 5-minute sequence about 14 hours worth of footage.
It's a be the man in the game, not just the guy out the game. I'm sorry.
And as soon as we have a cut, we hand it over to visual effects.
I mean, for Jake, it was really important for the VFX to be believable. That was part of the most laborious part of the process. It took a lot of iterations.
As they progress the shot, you see it at different stages. So initially as sort of a grayscale cartoon that just shows you the geometry and shows you essentially what's happening. And then they fill in a little bit more.
We were constantly adding roto wash and dirt and flying leaves and anything that would make it look like was really happening.
Turn us around!
And finally, you have a fully rendered and lit shot, and there's hundreds of shots.
Overall, this will have taken a year to create a 3-minute sequence for the film. I'm really happy with the end result.
I have to say that when it was all done, it was incredibly satisfying, and you sit there and look at it, this thing that hundreds of people have been working on, and it's exciting.